Hello and welcome to this edition of FYI Weekly, your official source for City of Greensboro news and information. The City of Greensboro invites all developers and home builders to attend an open house to review available development opportunities in Willow Oaks. The event will take place from 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. on Thursday, January 18th at the Willow Oaks Community Center located at 700 Bingham Street. City staff will be on hand to answer questions about the process of developing property on city-owned land in this Greensboro neighborhood. Participants will be able to review a full inventory of available properties and see the land firsthand. This is the second neighborhood open house the city's planning department organized for developers and home builders. The Old Ashboro neighborhood hosted the first event on January 4th. For more information, contact Carrie Hobson at 336-373-7573. Today through Thursday, February 29th, Nottingham Road between Woodland Drive and Briarcliff Road will have occasional lane closures and traffic delays. Motorists will notice the delays from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. each day due to crews conducting water line rehabilitation work. Signs and traffic cones will be in place, and motorists are encouraged to use alternate routes to avoid the area. Dates and times of work may change due to weather conditions and schedule updates. The job is part of the city's ongoing water rehabilitation program, which is funded by water and sewer rates. To learn more about lane and road closures or to subscribe to receive email notifications about upcoming city street projects, visit the city's website. For more information, contact the contractor of this project at 973-979-1605. Creative Greensboro has launched a new residency program to bring an artistic lens to the work of city government departments. Creative Allies offers 2 one-year artist residencies with the Human Rights and Housing and Neighborhood Development departments. The selected artists will work with members of either the Dudley Heights or Kings Forest neighborhoods. Creative Allies is part of Neighborhood Arts, which focuses on the 5 reinvestment neighborhoods listed in the Housing GSO plan. Artists will help with planning, community engagement, and creative problem solving in partnership with each city department. The goal is to amplify the voices of residents and help better align the work of the city with community histories and needs. Artists and residents will have a 2-month research phase and 10 months of project implementation. They can work up to 18 hours per week at $35 an hour. Artists of any discipline who are Guilford County residents or leaders of Greensboro-based nonprofits are eligible to apply online. The deadline is February 14th. A committee comprised of neighborhood residents, city staff, and Cultural Affairs Commission members will rank the applications, interview finalists, and select the 2 artists for the program. For more information or to access the application, visit the city's website. Cone Health has partnered with the city to share a series of brief and informative videos designed to inspire you to make better choices when it comes to healthy living. Following these tips is an easy way to help each of us improve our quality of life. Let's take a moment to check out today's News for Your Health.
Did you know that about 95% of people will develop back pain at some point in their life? I think there are some simple things you can do to help prevent the onset of back pain or reduce back pain that you may have. So let's talk about some of those ways. So I think one of the most important ways to avoid hurting your back is to avoid unnecessary bending, lifting, or twisting. We call it BLT because it's easy to remember. Bending, lifting, and twisting. Those are the things we want to try to avoid to try to help our back and try not to hurt our back. So we're going to show some of those things now. We're going to show the proper way to bend to pick up an umbrella off of the ground. So I think that's one way. I think there's 2 even better ways, and we're going to show that now. She's going to go down on one knee to pick it up. Right. What we really want to avoid is bending at the waist or the back to pick it up, and we really want to bend at the knees. I think that's important. The last way we can show to pick up things is called the golfer's bend, where we're leaning forward with a leg back and lift like that. And I think that's also easier on the back because it keeps the back straight. Again, we want to avoid bending at the hips and the back, but bend down instead. So one of the more difficult things you'll do around your house is bend over to pick up bigger objects that are somewhat more awkward. And we're going to show how to pick up a box now and try to do that without hurting our back. You see she gets down on one knee, she lifts the box, and she holds it close to her body. That's really important because if you hold it far from your body, it makes your back want to bend. It puts a fulcrum on your back. So it's important when you pick it up, then carry it close to your body. Now we're going to talk about twisting. And one of the things we twist to do is to grab objects such as tissue. So we're going to show how to correctly turn to grab a tissue. If you notice, she turned her whole body to grab the tissue and then her whole body back. And this is the wrong way to grab the tissue out of my hands. You notice she twisted her body that time. That puts undue forces on your low back and can cause back pain. I think there are several lifestyle changes people can make to improve their back health and either improve their back pain or prevent back pain. I think two of the most important are using good posture and using good body mechanics. So standing straight, sitting straight, lengthening the spine, and then using good body mechanics when lifting, bending, and avoidance of twisting maneuvers. Also, I think that for those who are overweight, losing weight down to an ideal body mass index can be very important. And I think reducing stress can also be important because it seems that any medical condition we have, stress seems to make it worse. So I think exercise is also extremely important, and I think exercises to improve core strength and improve flexibility, such as yoga and Pilates, are very important in prevention of back pain and improving chronic back pain. And lastly, I think quitting smoking can be very important in reducing back pain in those with chronic back issues. Smoking has been linked to degenerative disorders of the spine. Thanks for joining me today. Don't let a few wrong moves with your back stop your active lifestyle. To learn more, go to conehealth.com/backpain. This is Dr. David Jones.
A personal option for public transportation now offers a fixed fare, and Creative Greensboro presents the winner of the new play project. We'll have those stories and more news coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. As of January 2nd, users of Access iRide have been paying a fixed fare of $8.50 per trip for a destination anywhere within the Greensboro city limits. Riders will no longer have to pay by the mile for their trips. As an added benefit, riders will be able to download a new app to schedule and manage each trip. The app also allows you to see the driver's arrival in real time. Information on downloading and using the app is available on GTA's website. These changes are for Access iRide services powered by USERV. There are no changes in the standard Access GSO services. Creative Greensboro presents the new play project winner, 1/3, written by Larry Bliss and directed by Robin Rich McGee. The play will take center stage on January 18th, 19th, and 20th at 7 p.m. and on Sunday, January 21st at 2 p.m. All shows will take place at the Stephen D. Hires Theater in the Greensboro Cultural Center, located at 200 North Davie Street. The Friday, January 19th performance will be followed by a moderated discussion with the playwright and cast. 1/3 is about Cynthia and Arthur Morningside. They expect to inherit half of their father's estate. When the executor reveals a third beneficiary, the siblings are shocked to learn their father wasn't who they thought he was at the end of his life. They question who is Shaniqua Massengill and what was her relationship with their father. Is 1/3 enough, or will all three parties hold on until the bitter end? The play is free to attend with a suggested donation of $10 at the door to help support the new play project program. For more information, contact Todd Fisher at 336-373-2974. Registration is now open for 2024 Spring Sports Leagues. The Greensboro Parks and Recreation Department offers baseball for youth and softball and kickball for adults. A new women-only softball league will also be open for interested parties. Baseball is open to players ages 5 to 15. The registration deadline is February 16th. For more information, contact Athletic Coordinator Phil Harden at 336-373-2955. Slow pitch softball is open to players age 18 and older for men and women. The registration deadline is February 23rd. For more information, contact Athletic Coordinator Barron Edwards at 336-373-2946. Kickball teams are open to players at least 18 years old and all genders. The registration deadline is February 23rd. For more information, contact Athletic Coordinator Tony Bird at 336-373-2794. Volunteers are needed to serve as youth coaches. Sign up online. To register for any of these spring sports leagues, visit the city's website. There is no shortage of book clubs in Guilford County. Coming up after the break, we'll check out the activities for book lovers being hosted by the Greensboro Public Library. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. There are approximately 100 private book clubs in Guilford and our surrounding counties. The Greensboro Public Library alone has 14 public book discussion groups. Joining me now to tell us more about these book clubs is Beth Sheffield. She is the manager of adult programs with the Greensboro Public Library. Hello, Beth. Welcome back.
Thank you, Carla.
Always good to see you. So you have something called a Book Lover Social.
Yes.
Tell us, how did that come about? How long has it been going on? What does it consist of?
So on a dark and stormy night, February 15 years ago, we decided we'd have a celebration of books and reading and talk about our favorite books of the past year and books that our over 100 book clubs want to read for the upcoming year. And so we have a Book Lover Social. This is our 15th year, and we're combining it this year with our Author Day and celebrating our regional and local authors too.
Okay, that takes me to my next question about the Author Day combining with the Book Lover Social. Why take that approach?
It was a way to kind of combine and celebrate our local authors too. We also are having it on a Saturday afternoon. I know a lot of people, especially this time of year, are hesitant to drive at night. So it's a time when you can drop in from 1 to 3:30 and meet 12 authors from around the community. We have fiction authors, children's book and young adult authors, and nonfiction authors too. So a little bit of things for everyone. And then at 3:30, New York Times bestselling author Jill McCorkle will be here with her editor. So those people that are aspiring writers and want to write their children's book or memoir can meet and ask them questions. They're going to do a presentation about her new book called Old Crimes. It's a new collection of short stories. And then, so it's going to be
lots of activity.
Going on.
Now, people want to probably get hands-on books if they're in the club. You do have a special set of books, a collection of sorts for your book clubs.
Yes.
How do they access that set of books?
We have a special book club collection at the Greensboro Public Library. It's really unique to all the libraries in the state. And it's a set, you can set out sets of 15 books of a lot of the popular titles and also a lot of titles related to Greensboro. And you can check them out for 6 weeks. And people can email me for more information of how they can get their club or community organization. We have a lot of community organizations that check out the books. Of course, we're still in the midst of One City, One Book, and we'd like for groups to check out the Carolina Table. And we can check out up to 40 copies at a time to community groups who would like to read that book. And of course, that's about community, food, and sustainability.
Okay, so they might want to schedule accordingly. You've got 100 clubs throughout our community region,
Yes.
and then, of course, 14 of your own through the library system.
And we have about 200 titles in our book discussion group collection of, like I said, a varied list. We're happy to connect our community with books.
Fantastic. Now, you mentioned Author Day is coming up. There's going to be 12 authors on display,
Yes.
so to speak. Can you give us a couple of names that maybe folks might be familiar with?
Yes. So there's a new author, a debut author, who's been around the community, though, for a long time, named Sarah Glover. She works in the nonprofit field, but she's written a new novel. We also have an author named Derek Gibson, who wrote a nonfiction book about data. It's fascinating. We have a number of children's book authors, as I said, coming, a good variety of debut authors and some established authors. Julia Ebel, who is a storyteller as well as an author, will be there. Just a good variety of people.
Okay, so folks will not want to miss that. Now, for these events, your Book Lover Social, the Author Day, any other events coming up at the various branches, how can folks stay connected and know what's going on?
Yes. You know, www.greensborolibrary.org or the city website and look up libraries, keyword search libraries. But yeah, we try and keep our information about our programming up to date there.
Okay, well, Beth, it's always good to see you. We appreciate all the work you do to keep community connected through books and storytelling and just the whole, flavor and feel of new discovered talent and folks who have been in the game for a long time. We do look forward to your next visit and learning about other great library programs.
Thank you.
Thank you. Stay tuned for some interesting and useful information about Greensboro as we tell you something about the city. That's coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. One way to stay informed about decisions that impact you and our city is by attending or tuning in to City Council meetings at 5:30 p.m. on the first and third Tuesday of the month. The fourth Tuesday is reserved for a meeting as needed. The City Council has resumed meeting in the Katie Dorsett Council Chamber on Level 2 of the Melvin Municipal Office Building, located at 300 West Washington Street. The public is allowed in person, but only in a limited capacity. Those who choose not to be in the building can participate virtually. The Greensboro City Council meetings are broadcast right here on GTN. The meetings are also streamed live on the city's website and on Roku. To review the council meeting schedule and agendas, please visit the city's website. Here's an opportunity to learn a little something about the city. The city of Greensboro has started the process of demolishing Hampton Elementary School. The building was severely damaged by the tornado that struck East Greensboro in April of 2018. The start of the demolition marks a significant step in the efforts to revitalize and rejuvenate the affected property. The first phase of demolition, conducted by EMR Services, involves extensive interior cleaning. This is estimated to take approximately 2 weeks to complete. The next phases include various stages of abatement, taking another 4 to 6 weeks before the actual demolition begins. The full process is expected to take approximately 4 months, depending on weather conditions. The tornado caused extensive structural damage and rendered Hampton Elementary School unsafe for use. It has been unused since 2018, and Guilford County Schools has transferred the deed to the city of Greensboro. Salvaged bricks from the building will be available to the public for free. Stay tuned for more details about the brick giveaway. Coming up after the break, we'll showcase our department spotlight, but first, prepare to mark your calendars for the places to go and things to do on the town.
I'm Dave, and here are some special events happening this week on the town. Enjoy a candlelight concert at the Van Dyke Performance Space on January 18th. A string quartet surrounded on stage by electric candles performs familiar songs by movie soundtrack composer Hans Zimmer. You'll hear familiar tunes from films like Madagascar, The Dark Knight, and Pirates of the Caribbean. Learn more online at downtowngreensboro.org. The Greensboro History Museum holds its first Little Lion Saturday of the new year on January 20th. This free event provides fun activities that teach Greensboro's history to children in preschool and elementary school. Learn more online at greensborohistory.org. Learn more about the Gate City from an hour-long historic walking tour of downtown Greensboro. Hear of the city's role as the southernmost stop on the Underground Railroad and its rise as a giant of textile manufacturing. Weekly tours are held on Saturday afternoons. Buy tickets online at trianglewalkingtours.com. The Grammy Award-winning bluegrass band Steep Canyon Rangers performs January 20th at the Tanker Center. The Asheville-based group will play songs from their newest album, Morning Shift, released last fall, and their award-winning 2013 release, Nobody Knows You. Visit tangercenter.com for tickets and more information. Head to the Kathleen Clay Edwards Family Branch Library on January 21st for Cocoa and Chill. Families are welcome to decorate mugs, learn how to make cocoa, and try out a cocoa bar. You can also make a scented candle or play a game. Learn more about this free event on the library's website at greensborolibrary.org. Stay tuned to FYI Weekly for more happenings on the town.
Welcome back. The City of Greensboro has more than 20 departments and several divisions committed to serving you, our residents, and visitors. Let's go behind the scenes in our department spotlight. The Greensboro City Council approved an additional $36,000 for the completion of Phase 2 improvements to the Spencer Love Tennis Complex. A total of 6 clay courts with lighting were added to the existing 12 courts, making Spencer Love the largest public clay court facility in North Carolina. The facility received the National UTSA Outstanding Facility Award, which recognizes excellence in construction and renovation of tennis facilities. City Council also approved a resolution to amend the service agreement with the Greensboro Sports Foundation in the amount of $250,000. In April 2022, the Greensboro Coliseum Complex and the Greensboro Sports Foundation entered into a 5-year agreement with an option to renew for 2 additional 1-year extensions. The foundation performs various services for the Coliseum mutually agreed upon in connection with events such as national, regional, or statewide youth sporting events and/or swimming and diving meets. Coming up after the break is our Way to Go GSO shout out. Stay with us. As we draw to a close, we always want to end on a positive note with our Way to Go GSO shout out. This week's shout out goes to Creative Greensboro. Creative Greensboro, in collaboration with Shared Radiance, will hold auditions for William Shakespeare's Macbeth. Interested actors should meet at the Stephen D. Hires Theater from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on January 22nd and January 23rd. Creative Greensboro and Shared Radiance seek a racially diverse cast of youth from ages 12 to 18 to fill ensemble and solo roles of all genders. No prior experience is required. Actors can audition with a prepared monologue or read from the script. In-person rehearsals will take place evenings and weekends with performances from March 7th through March 10th. The Greensboro Cultural Center is located at 200 North Davie Street. For more information or to register for an audition time, visit the city's website. That concludes this edition of FYI Weekly, but you can easily stay connected to the latest city news by linking to us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. Alexa users can subscribe to our 5-minute flash briefings, which airs on 90.1 FM, 100.7 FM, and 90.5 FM. Be sure to download both weekly podcasts, Talk City Greensboro and Connect GSO, plus GTN is streaming on Roku. For all of us here at the City of Greensboro, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.